One world, finding your next home, not just a destination. The decision to immigrate is monumental. It is a leap of faith, a financial investment, and a profound emotional undertaking. This guide is designed to shift your focus from simply chasing a better life to finding the country that offers the best fit for your values, goals, and family's unique needs. Part 1. Core Selection Criteria. To make an informed choice, you must look beyond job markets and picturesque landscapes. Evaluate countries based on these 6 foundational pillars. 1. Political stability and democratic health. It's vital to research the stability and accountability of a nation's governance, as it directly impacts your long-term security. Democracy and governance. Look at reliable indices that measure political freedom, press freedom, and government effectiveness. A healthy democracy ensures predictable laws and protections for all residents, including immigrants. Judiciary system and rule of law. How independent is the judiciary? As a newcomer, you need to know that your rights are protected by a fair, transparent, and non-corrupt legal system. Human rights and freedoms. Research specific protections for minority groups, freedom of expression, and social freedoms. This is a proxy for how welcoming and stable the social environment will be. 2. Economics, taxation, and financial security. Financial success is not just about high salaries. It's about what you keep and what your money buys. Taxation model, a critical decider. Understand the taxing mechanism. Most countries use residency-based taxation, meaning you pay taxes on worldwide income only if you qualify as a tax resident. However, a few countries, like the US and Eritrea, use citizenship-based taxation, meaning citizens are taxed on worldwide income regardless of where they live. This difference can profoundly impact your financial life. Cost of living coal versus quality of life coal. Use coal indices, but weigh them against the services provided. A country with high taxes might offer free, high-quality public health care and education, providing greater net value than a low-tax, high-cost private service country. Job market barriers. Research the specific regulations for license recognition, for example, doctors, engineers, and the common hurdles of needing local experience to secure employment, which often forces immigrants to accept lower-skilled initial roles. 3. Social norms, diversity, and integration. True belonging relies on cultural receptivity. Integration is a two-way street. Societal values and norms. Research the level of individualism versus collectivism, the role of religion in daily life, and the general pace of living. These unspoken rules dictate daily interactions. Diversity and inclusion. Look for evidence of active policies promoting diversity in the workplace and education system. How are recent immigrants, particularly visible minorities, treated in public life? This indicates the likelihood of experiencing systemic discrimination. Safety and public order go beyond crime rates. Assess different types of safety: political stability, petty street crime, traffic safety, and the cultural approach to public confrontation. What is the perceived safety in neighborhoods you plan to live in? For healthcare and public services, access to medical care is non-negotiable for long-term well-being. System type: is it a single-payer universal system or a private insurance-based model? Access for newcomers. Crucially, many universal systems have waiting periods, sometimes up to a year before new residents qualify for full public coverage. You must plan for private insurance during this gap. Quality and specialization. Research the availability of specialized care and the ratio of doctors to citizens. 5. Education system for children. The quality and structure of schools will define your children's integration and future prospects. Support for immigrant children. A truly strong system provides more than just language classes. Look for schools that offer social-emotional support, acculturation programs, and assistance for trauma or disruption related to the move. Curriculum and values. Does the curriculum align with your family's educational values? For example, focus on rote learning versus critical thinking. How easily can your children's previous school credits be transferred and recognized? Bilingual and multilingual options. Check for dedicated programs that allow children to maintain their mother tongue while learning the host country's language. Part 2. Planning for Success, the Visa Challenge. Beyond traditional paths. Immigration is typically categorized into 4 main pathways. Employment, skill-based, requires a job offer and often labor market testing. Family sponsorship requires a qualifying relative who is a citizen or permanent resident. Investment entrepreneurship requires significant capital investment or the establishment of a qualifying business, for example, startup visas. Education and training. Studying often leads to postgraduate work visas. Financing your immigration dream. A creative toolbox. Immigration requires significant upfront capital. Strategies include pre-immigration savings. Systematically track and save every possible resource. Pre-immigration income streams. Can you generate passive income, for example, from property rentals in your home country that can be accessed globally? Financing during and after. Research local microfinance options or settlement services that provide low-interest loans for newcomers. Addressing the major challenges. Challenge reality check solution. Strategy accommodation. New immigrants often lack a local credit history, making apartment rental or mortgage approval extremely difficult. Landlords may require several months' rent up front. Secure temporary, short-term furnished accommodation before arrival. Use a local guarantor or a major international employer as collateral if possible. Language acquisition. Functional language fluency shopping. Bureaucracy is different from sociocultural fluency, making friends. Understanding humor. Start language learning early and focus on immersion before you need the language for professional use. Seek language exchange partners online. Mental health and adaptation culture shock. The loss of a support network and acculturative stress are common, leading to depression and anxiety. Plan for this stress. Identify local community groups or mental health resources that specialize in immigrant adjustment. Build your new support network actively. Elderly parent care remote. Many immigrants face the moral and financial burden of caring for elderly parents who remain in the home country. Establish legal documents power of attorney, allowing you to manage affairs remotely. Budget for regular visits and for financially supporting professional in-home care services back home. Exit strategy. What if it doesn't work out? Unsuccessful integration is a reality. Have a clear, budgeted contingency plan for either returning to your country of origin or relocating to a secondary option. Know the minimum residency requirements to keep your permanent status active if you leave. By addressing these realistic, complex, and often overlooked factors, you move from a hopeful migrant to an empowered, informed immigrant.